Hello, this is Jana. Welcome to my kitchen. As you can see, we're walking something today. And so I've got my wok. I'm going to add some sesame oil. We are going to make fried rice. I've made it before, but I'm on the Blackstone, but I'm going to do it in here. And so I'm going to add, all depends upon how much you're making. So of the oils and the butters. And so you'll go by, this is just an idea. You can go by however much you want. Then I like to add butter because I think it adds flavor and I think that it adds color to the fried rice. And I like that. There I've just added 4 cloves of garlic, fresh chopped garlic. Erin went to the store and got me some fresh garlic today. And when you smell the aroma of the garlic, then you add in, I've got 1.5 cups of diced onion here. And we're going to cook this part way till it's softened. The water from the onion is going to prevent that garlic from burning. And you can make the onion, if you've got kids who don't like onion, well then get out your Whopper chopper or your food processor and make it as tiny as you can. That way they won't see it to know that it's in there. When Erin was young, she hated onion. And now she likes onion rings and things like that. But when she was, certain time. But what I used to do, because certain recipes just didn't taste right without onion in it, I would get out my food processor and I would grind it up till it was almost liquid so I could put it in there so she wouldn't find a piece of something in it. And so we're gonna let this cook for just a second. We'll be right back. All right, you can see that this is not all the way soft cooked, but it's part way soft cooked. And so now we're going to add our rice. And so normally you want to use rice cooked the day before and then put it in the refrigerator. But what I did was I cooked it early this morning and then I put it on a parchment lined cookie sheet. And then I put it in the freezer until it was really cold. Then I put it in the refrigerator so I could have it ready for supper tonight. And so I might not use all of this rice because our dogs eat rice too. I'm going to shut the flame off for just a second because I don't want this parchment paper to go up in smoke. What? Talk about an affordable meal. If you have a little bit of leftover pork chop, a leftover steak, but not enough for your family, guess what? You can cut it up and add it to your fried rice. I'll save that for the dogs because they love it. Put that off to the side, start my heat up. You don't have to shut your heat off if you can get around the flames or put it into something before you come over by your stove. Switch utensils here. So now I'm going to add, this is Superior Light Soy Sauce, and you can get that on Amazon or at your local Asian market. I haven't found it in our stores around here. You don't want to add too much soy sauce. And then I have white ground pepper. If you don't have it, you can just add regular pepper. Then I have a little chili sesame oil. If you do not like spicy, do not add this. We like a little kick. And then I have some onion powder. Even though we have onion in it, we're going to add a little bit of onion powder. We already have garlic in it. And this is something that is fairly new. It's Kinder's seasoning, and it's a Japanese barbecue, but it's got soy, ginger, and garlic in it. You do not, I don't normally add it, but I added it the other day just as a little tiny bit, maybe a half teaspoon of it. And I just added a little bit of that Japanese Asian flavor. Tasted like I had been to the hibachi grill. That's what it tasted like. See, look at those onions. Ooh-wee. If I have to add more butter, I will. I've got some more sitting over here. You don't want to burn your rice because it'll stink up your whole batch. You don't want the bottom of it to get burned. But you don't want it to be oily either. You can always add more oil, but you can't take out. And let me look at the bottom here. Okay. So I'm gonna add a little bit more sesame oil to the bottom. Just a little bit more butter. Get that down on the bottom. And we might add a little bit more soy sauce before it's done. And then we just keep doing this. You can add shrimp to this, pork chops, steak, hot dogs. It doesn't matter. Whatever you have to extend this. Just the fried rice itself is a meal. We're having teriyaki pork chops tonight. And this is perfect with that. And then I have a little yum yum sauce that I use with my fried rice. So we'll be back. Okay, we're back. And I just wanted to show you the progress of this. It's not sticking to the bottom. Everything's looking really good. I have some adobo all-purpose seasoning. I have the hot because, like I said, our family likes hot, but it also comes in just regular adobo all-purpose seasoning, and I do add a little bit because I did not salt the rice when I cooked it, and so that'll be to your taste. Because remember, you've got soy sauce in there. That's the only salt that you've added, and a little bit of my Japanese seasoning, but I didn't add very much. And so at this point in time, after you add a little bit of your favorite, doesn't have to be the Goya, whatever your favorite seasoning salt is, but go light because of the soy sauce. You can always add more, but you can't take it out, like we always say. And I say it often, don't I, Erin? See, there's a little scorch on the bottom. I'm going to turn my fire down. It's still whipping up pretty good there. The onions got a little bit scorched, but that's okay. It's more caramelized than scorched. You see how the rice is starting to fry up? And that's what that butter does. And so, like I said, you probably aren't going to make this big of a batch. Also, I want to teach you about food safety. Rice is one of those foods, kind of like potatoes, where it'll stay in the refrigerator safe for a couple of days. So if you have leftover rice from the Japanese or from your Chinese takeout or something, or you made rice for another meal, that's fine. You can use that. But reheating rice after a couple of days is actually kind of dangerous because rice comes from the soil and it gets dirt and dust in it. And it can actually create a bacteria after a couple of days. That's why I cooked my rice this morning. And this will be good. Today is a Saturday. And whatever we don't eat by Monday, we will have to throw it out. So I just want you to know that that is real. And you can say, oh, heck, I've eaten week-old food. Well, that's not okay with rice and potatoes. You have to really consume them without getting a stomach bug. You have to consume that in a pretty rapid time period. Like I say, 2 days. This is a nighttime. And so by Monday night, Sunday night, Monday night. By Monday night, whatever is not eaten, we will have to throw it out just for food safety. Somebody can eat it, but they might not feel good. We don't want you to have a doctor bill. So there we go. And so I'm going to let this cook a little bit, and then we'll taste it and see where we're at on our seasonings. Okay, we're almost done. We've tasted it. We've adjusted our seasonings to our liking. And so now I put 3 eggs in a microwave safe bowl. I'm going to cover this with a paper towel. If you don't cover it, you might end up cleaning your microwave. And I'm going to microwave this. You can also cook it first in your wok and set it to the side. And I'm just going to cook this, and then we'll add it to our fried rice. Okay, we are back. And our fried rice is getting a little, see, right there. I don't know if you can see it. Like, I like mine like that. But if you don't like yours with crisp on it, then I feel bad for you. No, I'm kidding. I like mine like that. You to cook it the way your family likes it. See, like that? I like that. But I can't begin to stress to you, do not walk away from this fried rice. I know it's fried rice, but don't walk away from it because it can turn on you very quickly. So there's my cooked egg. That bowl is hot from the microwave. Or you could do it the traditional way, where you cook it in the pan first and then remove it, and then add it in, chopping it up. And you don't have to add egg in if your family doesn't care for egg. But all this is protein. Rice is protein, egg is protein. And like I said, 3 eggs for this much rice. And to consider how many servings are in here, you can feed a family, because I bought this bag of rice. This is a whole bag of rice. I use short grain. I know some people like to use long grain, but I use short grain, and I've never been disappointed with it. And so it was $1.98. And then 3 eggs, they're about, depending upon where you are, our eggs this week at Aldi were $1, or were $2 and something a dozen. So let's just say we had 75 cents worth of eggs, so that's $3. I already had the soy sauce. I already had the sesame oil. I already had the pepper. I already had all those things. So, you know, you'd have to add a portion of those ingredients in if you want to get it. So really, this is a lot of rice for less than $5, let's just say. But it only cost me less than $3 because I already had the seasonings and the oils and everything. So, and those stretch a long way. So there is our fried rice. And my husband's going to be bringing in those teriyaki pork chops to go along with this, and I will set up my plate to show you all. So thank you for stopping by Jana's Kitchen.